very good morning. Welcome to the breakfast meeting with myself, Victoria Sabatani. Well, let's start off by downloading the MTN TV by Afro Mobile. There's a QR code there on your screen that you can get ahead and download the app itself. You can watch absolutely anything in your control. Your viewing experience doesn't have to be in somebody else's control but your own. And thank you, of course, for tuning in right here on the breakfast meeting. Well, I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy this particular conversation, because if you've ever applied for a new electricity connection or even waited through an outage for hours or maybe for seconds or minutes, doesn't matter, or you've been approached by someone claiming they can help speed up the process for maybe a particular fee, then this particular conversation is for you. Access to reliable electricity remains one of the issues that directly affects households. They affect businesses, and it also affects communities across the country. And while UEDCL says meters are now available and efforts are underway to improve service delivery, many customers still have questions about delays, reliability, and even fraud to some extent. Now, joining us this morning are Benjamin Businje, Territory Manager at UEDCL, as well as Ivas Bazira Kache, Head of Customer Experience. And of course, thank you both for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Victoria.
Absolutely. Let's get started with the conversation today. I have to put you on the hot seat. Let me put Benjamin first on the hot seat today. A lot of our viewers, a lot of Ugandans have issues when it comes to electricity supply, when it comes to outages. And I know that recently you've announced new meters, a lot of work that you have been putting in and have been making electricity available. We are aware of that. But at the same time, there's been a significant amount of power outages. Benjamin, what's going on?
Thank you, Victoria. Yes. Good morning to you all, our viewers, and thanks for joining in. As she has introduced, I'm Benjamin Businje. I'm a Territory Manager in UEDCL. That's a very good one, and I think it's something that has been on people's minds. Mm-hmm. It has been the talk around. There's been outages, especially in the central area. But what I can say is, as a business, we've seen our demand grow by over 60% in the last 4 years. Okay. Yeah? What that means is, if you've grown by 60%, it means you have to also invest or match the investment. Mm-hmm. Yeah? This is like a vehicle. Yeah? If your vehicle moves for a long distance and you do not maintain it for some time, it can easily break down. So the planned outages that you see are planned in such a way that we're trying to improve the network. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we're doing investments. I think we have an investment plan of over $120 million. Yeah, that has been already approved, that we're working on to invest. So the outages you're seeing are planned to improve our network. So we are doing investments. So we literally have to take out the line, make sure that because we cannot work on a live network. Yeah. So we take it out on a planned occasion, and then we work on the network. So that's what we're doing right now. What I can say is this is temporary. It's not going to last forever. So we're just improving our network. You've seen we are putting up new substations, for example. We have constructed new lines, basically to improve the lines so that we can match the demand that has come up.
By temporary, what do you mean? I think by the 8th of August, there were some power outages that were supposed to stop to a large extent, because I think you have been doing the work. What do you mean by temporary?
What I mean by temporary is you take out the line to help you do the to do the maintenance. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is. I usually give an example of like a tube of water. Yeah. If you have a tube and then you have water going through that tube, and then you reach a point and then you're adding more water into that same tube. Yeah. It means that you will need to either expand the tube, yeah, so that you can have the quantities that you want to go through that specific tube. Okay. So now what you do is you have to either expand or put on a new tube so that you can have the number of quantities that you want. So now in this case, it's the electrons. Yeah. So it means that those wires that you see that transmit or that distribute the electricity have either worn out or they're now too small to accommodate the electrons that are actually supposed to go through it. So what we're doing, we're taking out the network, we take out the line on a planned occasion so that we can either upgrade those cables, in a layman's language.
I'm just curious to kind of find out, were you not aware of the 60% of new business that has come up when you took over from Umema? Because many statements that I've heard outside is more of people saying, if UEDCL doesn't know how to handle the electricity, they might as well just take it back, which I know is not possible, obviously. Take us into that space, because I want people to kind of understand the weight of the business. What do you mean by, okay, we've taken on more business? Didn't we know before that this was going to exist? Didn't we prepare for this? And how better can we resolve it for the people?
I can say we were aware. We all know what happened when the transition happened.
Yes. So we know about the backlog of work?
We know the backlog of work.
Maintenance?
There was a delay in when we took over, when UEDCL took over, the previous concessionaire hadn't had minimized on the investments that they were doing to improve the network. So that, of course, affected. I think it was a period of about 3 years. And of course, now there was that delay, there was that gap when it comes to the investments that were being done. So now what happened is when UEDCL came in, it had a backlog of the investments that needed to be done. And now with a 60% demand growth in 4 years, and if you've not been doing the rightful investments to match that demand.
So it's a heavy load.
Yeah, it's a heavy load. But what I can assure the community and our viewers out there is that UEDCL is committed. It has the resources, it has the manpower, it has the plans, and the teams are committed to make sure that we actually close and clear this backlog of the investments.
Well, thank you for that submission. Eva, so let me bring you in and talk a bit about customer experience. This is one of my favorite parts, and I think you have a lot of customers watching you this morning. What are some of the complaints that you have received and that you know about from the customers?
Okay, good morning, our viewers, and thanks for tuning in. As UEDCL, feedback is what we thrive on. So going back to your question, the most complaints that we receive, like you've mentioned, of course, outages, and just to add on to what Benjamin said, other than the UEDCL outages, we also have other partners that we work with, that is transmission and generation. Yes. So recently, most of these outages you've been seeing around, especially in CBD, we're coming from transmission as they try to improve the network. So we've had substations that are now maxed out. So transmission is trying to ensure that they can upgrade most of these networks and the substations, the building substations, so that in the next coming years, outages in Kampala especially will be history. Yeah. So as these outages happen, of course, we get frequent complaints. And as a company, we know our business is to sell electricity. So, of course, you expect customers to call in when they're off supply. Then you call in, customers call in because they're waiting for connections that have not happened. So we're receiving a lot of these complaints, but to promise the citizens of this country that we are now connecting our customers, and all these projects that are underway will come to an end. It's just a season, and our customers will be able to experience good supply, quality, and very reliable. When those complaints come in, how many of those have actually been improved and changed, and how quickly has that been done? For example, if the outages, of course, we have what we call the planned and unplanned. The planned, we've already communicated to customers, and the duration at which these outages will be out is known to the customer. So we always hope that they're patient with us when we communicate. But like for unplanned, your power just goes off without you getting communication, and it can be a fault on a line, it can be a broken pole. So usually we ensure that within 12 hours, power is restored. 12 hours is a bit much, don't you think? For that is the max we give. For, okay, it is quite much though. Is there plans to reduce that? Exactly, we give 12 hours, but if you see most cases, we resolve within 4 hours, 3 hours.
I can assure you that there are people that are watching who've had power outages for more than 2 days. I, for one, can talk about an outage of an entire 24 hours to 36 hours. We're talking about damage to appliances. You're talking about damages to food for regular people generally. And you're talking about damage when it comes to business. So we can't underestimate or understate what people are actually going through. And my question then again is there a plan to improve that outside of just a TikTok post, a Twitter post, which we do receive to a large extent when they are planned? Is there plans to better the communication eventually? And what I mean by that is when it comes to customer service, when you call in. I have had my own experiences where it seemed as if the customer service people don't know what's going on.
I wouldn't say they don't know what is going on, but just to inform our viewers, when you call the contact center, for example,
yes,
when you call the contact center and you receive a reference number, we usually tell our customers to wait patiently with us because you are not the first customer who has called in. So there is a queue. All these complaints are being queued and our technicians handle these complaints first in, first out. But we request our customers, our viewers, that please, whenever your power is off, please call or chat with us via WhatsApp, or you can even go to X so that we can know that you're off supply. For example, an area may be off supply, it's a general outage, and then power is restored. But we will have some individuals who are still off supply. And when we get communication that the area is back on, until we get individuals who are calling through that their power is off, we will never know, because we know the entire area has been restored. So we request our customers to always reach us, call us and let us know when they're still off supply. And we will do our best for sure, because we understand, we empathize with them. We know what they go through when power. I always tell people that power is emotional, yeah? So we try our best to ensure that we keep our customers on.
Yeah, thank you for answering those particular questions, because I think it is quite fair that people do want to know, people do want to understand, and it's not often that they have this particular interaction. I think that it's important that you do answer those particular questions. But now on to the good news, which I already know that you are putting in the work, which I can congratulate you on. After the takeover, you have been doing the most, making sure that people are connected. Could you perhaps share with us what have been the updates when it comes to people getting connected, and what have been the updates on your side for them to know?
Okay. We started connecting our customers.
Yes.
So we've really intensified customer engagements for our customers and all those who applied for power to know their process, to appreciate the process. And those who do not, are still not sure, to just walk to our service centers or reach out to us so that we can take them through the process. And we call out our customers not to fall into hands of fraudsters who are calling and saying, you know what, pay me cash, I will quicken your process, I'll ensure you have a connection. UEDCL does not authorize any individual to collect money from customers. We already have the pipeline of all customers that applied for electricity, and we're reaching out to them, informing them when their power will be connected. So we request our customers, please kindly be patient with us. We will contact you on when your connections will be made. So please do not pay anyone for a connection. We have our banking partners where these customers can go and pay, our banks, mobile payment channels. We have the bank agents. So our customers should walk into those banks or go to their apps and be able to pay, and they have to pay to UEDCL.
Yes.
So our call is kindly be patient. You will be contacted on when your connection will happen.
Benjamin, let me ask you, how prepared are we for the I guess what I would call the future demand when it comes to businesses? A lot more businesses are opening up. A lot more people are trying to get connected. How prepared are we for that? And what exactly are you prepared to do for those future customers?
No, what I can say is the availability of meters is a very critical and very important role when it comes to our new connection process. And it's now with meters that are now being restocked, I want our customers to know that our focus has been maintained. Our focus is to ensure that all the eligible customers are actually connected on the grid, of course in line with our new connection process. However, we also acknowledge the fact that there are so many we recognize the fact that there are so many customers that have applied for a connection and have not received their meters due to shortage of meters or materials that were not in the country. I just want to give them confidence that we have our teams out there, and our teams are focused and ensuring that all these connections are done on time. And
can you explain a bit that connection process for those who might not know?
Yeah, maybe before I even go to the connection process, I would want to talk about a bit of the backlog. Yeah?
Okay.
We have a backlog for customers that have actually paid and have not yet been connected. To give it a bit of context, we have, I think, about 230,000 customers. These have paid and haven't been connected yet. But to give them a bit of comfort, I think in the country, we currently have over 240,000 meters that are in the country. Yeah, we've secured contracts for over 1.1 million meters that are yet to come in the country. So to me, that's comfort enough to give
that's
our
good
viewers
news. Yeah.
that we are very committed to what we want to do and to ensure that they all receive their meters timely. When you talk about the new connection process, for our viewers out there, I think now this goes to our viewers. I would say it's more of a four-step process. Yeah, and it's a very simple thing. Even you, Victoria, you shouldn't ask someone to do it for you. You can do it yourself.
I can do it myself. Okay.
The most important thing, point number one, is wiring your premise. Yeah, so you need to wire your premise. That is either your house or your factory, wherever you want to put this power. So wire your premise using a certified wireman who is licensed by the Electricity Regulatory Authority. That is very important because that wireman should give you a digital wiring certificate. That is point number one.
Okay.
Then point number two, that's the online application. It's online. You don't have to carry your documents or your papers and then you take them to the offices. So what you do here, you go to our website, you visit our website on www.uedcl.co.ug/online/customer applications. Then it will pop up a window will pop up, and then you'll be required to create an account using your mobile phone number. Yeah. And then you also input a secure password for yourself. So when you create that profile, then you log into that profile. Follow the prompts. Fill in the right details. When you fill in the right details, it will also ask you to attach the necessary documents for your application. Remember we talked about the digital wiring certificate. Attach the digital wiring certificate. Attach a national ID for the Ugandan nationals. Yeah, you attach a way leave clearance if the lines are not passing through. Sorry, if the lines are passing through someone's line. The number 4, you also attach a sketch map for your premises.
Okay.
Yeah. Then for the companies, you should also attach a company seal and a certificate of incorporation. Then for small businesses and enterprises, you also have to attach a trading license. So when you attach that, you submit your application online. That's step number 2. Then step number 3, you receive a message from UEDCL with an application number where you'll have to pay inspection fees. Yeah, that's step number 3. For domestic customers, the inspection fees is 23,600 for all our viewers out there. For commercial customers, the inspection fees is 88,500. Then for medium and large industrial customers, yeah, those are our big customers. The inspection fees are 118,000 shillings. That is inspection fees. Of course, after inspection, the surveyor will come and visit your premises, and they will inspect you. If you pass, you receive another message where you pay connection fees. Okay. And that's the last
and how can somebody verify that this is the right person coming to the inspectors, for instance, those who actually are your staff and who are coming in to visit their premises? How can somebody quickly identify that this is the right person or this is the wrong person?
So what happens is all UEDCL staff have national IDs. Yeah. And luckily enough, our IDs, I don't know the IDs of Next Media, but
right there.
Our IDs have QR codes,
Okay.
that we use for verification. So you can just pick your phone, ask him for an ID. Someone comes to your premises, ask him for an ID, and then scan the QR code. You will verify the credentials. Very simple.
Okay.
Point number 2, you can also decide to call our contact center, to verify someone's credentials. They can give you that information. And also, most importantly, to our viewers out there, when someone comes to your premises, it's very important that they should leave a notice. If someone has come to, let me say, survey your premises, audit your meter, or do all those activities, they should leave a notice.
Okay.
A notice should be very well labeled from our organization, and it should be very clear for someone to understand.
Yves, let's come back to what you touched on, especially when it comes to fraudsters out there, people taking advantage when it comes to mobile money as well, because sometimes you can just as easily send money to the wrong number or send money to the wrong place. Maybe what would you like to share with our customers? With your customers rather, what should they know to avoid quickly when it comes to becoming a victim for these scams that are around there?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And to our viewers, we've had so many of those complaints. Fraudsters around, disguising to be UEDCL staff. So what they should do, first of all, UEDCL does not authorize any individual, like I mentioned in the beginning, to collect money on its behalf. Okay. So what our customers or what the citizens should do, they should be able to go to our banks. I mentioned we have our partner banks. We have the mobile payment channels, MTN, Airtel. They just have to follow prompts and pay to UEDCL Lite. So we request our customers not to pay cash to anyone. Not to pay. In the event they suspect anyone is trying to defraud them, they can call us on we have a whistleblower line, which is 0312-330-337. It's our whistleblower line. Or they can email us at integrity@uedcl.co.ug, and we'll be able to handle such cases. But we request not to pay cash to anyone. Even some of our staff who disguise, they work with UEDCL but collect money on behalf of UEDCL, that is not acceptable. That is fraud. Even contractors, even wiremen, we are getting such cases. So we call on our customers not to pay anyone cash.
So have you had those experiences where, or rather customers that have paid in cash and have demanded from you, and how have you helped them further?
Of course, now we investigate such cases.
Yes.
For example, we've had issues of merchant codes where fraudsters go online and they're sharing these merchant codes saying, if you want to pay for a connection, if you want to pay for tokens, please pay to this merchant code. So we've worked closely with the telecos to deactivate first these merchant codes, but also investigate whose names are behind these merchant codes. So the best we can do is investigate, because the customer has already paid to a wrong person. So our job is to really ensure that this line or merchant code is no longer active, to protect the rest, and then hand it over to police. So we work closely with police to help us investigate such cases.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And for those customers who perhaps want to know a little more about that particular number, where can they get all this information from, especially if they're not on the internet, or if this information is not as easily available to them?
Okay, so this information can be found on our website, but also they can call us on the other lines that are known to them. We have toll-free lines that is 0800-385-385, 0800-285-285. So they can reach on those calls, and we'll be able to route them to our integrity team, and those cases will be investigated. But still, I'll leave these numbers with you, probably if they call in and want these numbers. Yeah,
absolutely. So what can we look forward to in the future, especially when it comes to UEDCL? What are some of the things that we can get excited about? Maybe Benjamin will start off with you.
Yeah, for me, the future of UEDCL is very bright. We have a plan to invest in the network. As I earlier mentioned, we've seen our demand grow by over 60% in the last 4 years. There have been minimal investments done, but we have a plan. We have approved investments that have been proposed, and all these investments are already in the plan. So for me, for our viewers out there, it's important that we know that there is a plan to improve the reliability. Our focus stays on improving reliability and connecting all our customers. But also, most importantly, for me, this goes still to our viewers out there. I request that we all become the ambassadors of this organization. We have so many issues that happen on the network. We have an issue of vandalism, for example. So my ask to the community is that how can we become ambassadors for this organization? All of us, when you see something, say something. Because at the end of the day, if we don't protect this infrastructure, it costs us as Ugandans. Because all the money that would be put in other investments is actually...
has to go to repair the thing,
It ends up being wasted in preparing, for example, vandalized equipment. We have areas where they've vandalized transformers. You said you had an outage in your area some time back. They vandalized conductors. They vandalized cables. There's a lot of power theft. People have died on the line because of power theft. So for me, I think the whole point is how do we protect the infrastructure? How do we ask the public to become ambassadors of this infrastructure?
So from what I'm hearing you say is that we all have a responsibility when it comes to our own electricity, to take care of it, to make sure. So can people still call the same number if they see something, for instance, when it comes to vandalism, or if they know somebody that is illegally making connections? Is that the number to dial as well?
Number 0312 330 377. That is our whistleblower line.
Absolutely. Yes. Any final thoughts for you, Benjamin? Any final thoughts for you, Ivas?
Well, for me, my final thoughts would be, as I'd mentioned, it's also important for the people to know that we are in a very funny season. The rainy season has started.
Yes.
And we expect lots of faults probably on the network for one reason or the other. So I think it's very important for the community, for the public, for our viewers to be very keen when it comes to safety. In case you see a fallen pole or a fallen conductor, sorry, broken pole or a fallen conductor or any sparks or anywhere, as Ivas has mentioned, please feel free to call our lines 0800
385 385 285
285.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very important given this rainy season that has started.
And Ivas, from a customer experience point of view, is there anything that you'd like your customers to know?
Yes. My ask from our customers, first of all, our customers are partners. Like Benjamin said, we are partners in this. Report anything you see is unusual on the network. Kindly report. And then also our mandate as UEDCL is to support this nation into growing into an economic empowered country, but also to support the livelihoods of our citizens. So our mandate is very clear, and we are promising that this is just going to get better. The outages we've talked about will reduce. And yes, let's have this partnership. It's very important for us, for our business. Yes.
Well, if there's one thing you can take out from this conversation is that we all have a responsibility. And as Benjamin has already mentioned, let's all be ambassadors, because electricity is not just about power lines and infrastructure. It's really about the experience that customers, you and I, have every single day, whether that's getting connected, receiving timely information, or even during an outage, or even being protected from fraud, as we've discussed this morning. These are issues that affect livelihoods and all of us in different ways. And so if today, for anything, decide to become an ambassador and take responsibility as well, because this is something that is ours. Thank you again to Ivas and Benjamin for joining us this morning from UEDCL.